Greetings to all. Welcome back to Manoj Ambat Worldview. As you know, I as usually like to stay away from talking about partisan politics. My profession is an advocate. My profession is that I am an advocate and I am also the editor-in-chief of my own publications under the Ambat Media Group. The policy that we follow in our publication is that we don't talk about or deal with partisan politics, or we don't take a political stand. We try to take a neutral stand on the subjects that we deal with. So the opinions that I express today has got nothing to do with my publications, and these are all my personal views. The first point is that many people these days in the internet talk about the throwing out of the current elected government of India, that is led by the Bharatiya Janata Party BJP. So fundamentally, a question comes into my mind. Who are the ultimate arbitrator and decider of who should rule in the central and also in the states? Who should govern us? And the truth is that is the common man. The common man is the one who decides who has to rule. The common man gives the mandate to a particular party or a particular individual or a particular sect of individuals or a political alliances to rule them for the first 5 years. How did, in a democracy, opposition and right to protest are enshrined in our constitution? Every democracy functions in a healthy manner if there is an efficient opposition and there is also protest to any policies that might go against the interest of the common man. Now, when an election takes place, the common man mandates a political party or an alliance to rule them for the next 5 years. They actually give them the power to act for their welfare and also the welfare of this country. So street protests taking place these days, and those who are protesting are calling for the ouster of the BJP. A fundamental question that comes into my mind is, what is the alternative they are putting forward to the common man? What are they saying about what they will do if they are elected in the next 5 years? What is their policies concerning the education, finance, diplomacy, foreign affairs, defense, home, and other affairs of the country, and how they want to govern for the next 5 years? They are mandated to put forward a picture of how they want to govern the country for the next 5 years before the common man, and they have to fight an election and win and get the mandate of the common man to rule. Raising slogans against the political alliance that is ruling right now and calling for their expulsion from this country is one thing. But when a political party that governs India with the mandate given by the common man is to be ousted, the opposition who is doing the protest has to put forward an alternative to the government and how they want to rectify the so-called defects. Now, the point is that I am not saying that BJP is infallible. In fact, or one-party system cannot be allowed in a democracy. There has to be a healthy opposition which is mandated by the common man to question any policies that the government might be undertaking. They got every legal and constitutional right and duty to put the government in the dock. They have to debate in the parliament. There has to be constructive debate, and they will have to question the ministers on what policies they want to the government is implementing, and they have to bring out the weakness of such policies. It has to be rectified. That is how the democracy moves forward. But presently, what we are seeing is that instead of constructive opposition, we are seeing the obstruction of parliament in its day-to-day affairs. What is required and what is mandated by the common man is for the opposition to raise constructive criticism of the government, put a check on the government, and see that the government runs for the welfare of the common man. Now, when the BJP sits in the opposition, they are also mandated by the common man to follow the same principles. They will have to put a check on the government who might be ruling at that time too. Raising street protests is one thing, but convincing the common man to give them a chance is another thing. Now, when the opposition is seeking the ouster of the present government, they will have to convince the common man that they are putting forward an alternative that is better than what is offered right now. They will have to earn the mandate of the common man to rule the country for the next 5 years. Now, if you feel that the BJP has failed to deliver on their promises and their governance is not up to the mark, it is for you to put forward the fallacies and the failures of the BJP government. Convince the common man that you are putting out a bigger and better mandate, and ask them to give you a mandate to rule the country for the next 5 years. Now, there is also a call for the ouster of the RSS or the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh from India. What I am asking you is, what has the RSS done that is outside the purview of the Indian Constitution or the Indian laws? If you feel RSS has acted on such anything, their actions have been anything against the law of the country, you have to take up legal action. You will have to also convince the common man of your position on what RSS has done wrong. You will have to take up the legal issues against the RSS and win the case. Then only legally you can oust the RSS. Raising slogans, protesting, and creating captions saying that RSS and BJP has to be ousted will not stand the test of law nor the test of our democracy. Now, what is the path that the opposition has to take? The opposition has to take a path of first convincing the common man of the failures of the Bharatiya Janata Party, convince them, and then that they are putting out a better alternative to the present government. They will have to win them. They have to fight the elections, win the mandate, and rule the country, and establish the procedures to correct what is being done wrong by the present government. Now, that is a challenge to the opposition. Not destructive politics, but constructive politics is the one that has to be followed by the opposition. Let them fight, convince the common man in the elections, and come to power with the mandate of the common man. That is how democracy works. That is how healthy democracy works. And that is what makes India great. Thank you for your time.